Magu Ziansho, divine marijuana brings immortality. And I really don't give a, I really don't care who believes that or not. You understand? Because I do research. I don't just, oh, that's a drug. Did you do research? Oh, if you smoke that, it's gonna turn you into a excuse me. I'm still here. And I've been doing libations since about 10 years old, and I'm 66, so I've created 6 or 7, or I forget, systems, like a gong fu system, you understand? And I was smoking a self-healing system because I had to learn to heal myself, because I had 2 operations before I was 18 years old. So, while I was smoking. So, and this was before I even knew about all the health and all the science that's coming out, or that's been coming out over the last few years about what this herb, not weed, not drug. If it was a drug, I would be dead. If it was a drug, if I was sniffing cocaine like I smoke, my skinny ass would be dead. If I was sniffing heroin, shooting heroin, I would be dead. But the opposite. I have created things, not, oh, let me copy Bruce Lee. I've created. And this is what this video is about. It's like, okay, you know, I'm saying these things, now this is kind of personal, so y'all might not even want to look at this video, but it's like, I'm doing stuff, now I'm getting personal, because you have family. To the ancestors, libations to the ancestors. Let's do that first. I got some matches. I try not to use butane. Let the chemical burn off the match. You know what I'm saying? People be like, oh, you teaching people how to smoke that drug. Yes. Because guess what? Everywhere. I've only lived in 4 states, but I've lived in many cities in those states and always in the hood. I've always been around wealthy people, but I've always taught in the hood. And as I say on my videos, black people smoke the holy herb. So I can either be like, Do not smoke that drug, and even though millions is this and millions is this, and they making all kind of tax money, and they making all kind of business money, and y'all just still smoking. Duh. They making medicine, they healing people, and they but all y'all know about that dude is smoking. You. I am done. It's I'm sitting here thinking, damn near 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning when I was thinking, wow, all the things that I have done as an individual. No, well, let me not say that, because every situation I've been in, there's always been somebody, but it wasn't no blood relatives, like in boot camp, in Marine Corps boot camp, right? No, that's the one time I was like a hero in the family, right? Get out, hey, shit, I learned some shit, because I had learned some shit. I'll come out, and I had teeth, sisters, I was handsome, black hair, and I'm like, yo. Now, see, when I say shit, excuse me, when I say shit, I got pictures. That's the one thing I love. My mother gave me my first camera, and I got into photography. And when I say shit, at least I got a picture. You understand? So I came out the Marine Corps, and everybody, why you quit the Marine Corps? Blah, blah, blah. Instead of saying, wow, you the only one ever in the life of ever in this family to get in the Marine Corps and come out, and I'm back. All right, let's do something. I'm like, okay, I got strong. After 2 operations, I was 116 pounds when I went into boot camp. The appendix operation was still open a little bit, and the doctor was like, okay, and from working out and eating better and shit, instead of eating white bread, white flour, white salt, white sugar, white milk, white and yellow cheese. That's what I grew up on. That's why I had them operations. After working out in the Marine Corps a little bit and eating at least some potatoes, it was a bunch of garbage in there too, but it built me up. And then, I learned a little something in there because they put me in the secret logistics and shit like that. So I come back to the Bronx, where people, family, selling drugs and shit. I'm like, yo, I done learned something in the Marine Corps. Let's get together. I got a picture the night that I talked to my brothers, because it was the first time all my brothers was together at one time, because one brother just got out of jail. I got a picture, and the little nigger that stayed most of his life in jail talking about me is in the picture too. So I come back. I done worked for the Federal Reserve Bank. I done worked for Bank of America and a couple of other banks. USA Petroleum. Check it out. Look up my name if you don't believe me. I don't have pictures about that. I was just doing shit. I'm like, let me get some shit together. That's all that's ever been on my mind. Because I don't think there's no evil people in my family. And they all had, like, everybody had a skill or something. I'm like, so in my mind, I'm picturing all of us like, wow, like a corporation, I guess, like, fuck the Jackson 5, family. I used to picture me and my brothers like superheroes when I was a child. I've always pictured being a super. I've always pictured having land and my family having that. So when I got all these ideas together and come back and start talking to people and like, yo, I got some ideas. We are not into that. You're not into what? Getting out of the ghetto. So, well, I have to say that these videos are therapeutic for me, as I realize since I've been doing them, because all this stuff in my head all these years, like years, but I've been handling it by myself. Because when you ask family and friends for, like, how do you ask for help? How do black people? We don't. How do we ask each other for help? I've been asking for help. That's part of the problem. I'm like, and maybe I've been using the wrong word. I'm like, help me get this shit together. Well, you ain't got a job. My job is to get this shit together so that the whole family and maybe some other people with us can be free. Like, how to be free. Because people taught me, like Dr. John Clark. I've been around master teachers in Harlem. You joking? And not one family member. Well, my brother Ron, he did come to one Tai Chi class one day. My brother James I did some breathing with him in the parking lot one day. Now I got students in Harlem. I'm down there teaching with masters in Harlem. Ma Thornton got me started, and I met all kinds of people. Not one family member. I taught for 10 years in Harlem, and they'd be like, you ain't never been around. I ain't never been around. I raised my daughter Charlize for 9 years. Took her to school every day. Asked my nephew Ronald, because he went to the same school. You know what I'm saying? I'm people talking shit, and I'm like, ask my nephew Ronald every day. I was there with Charlize to school, walked in the snow while her mother took her car and went to her job and got her training. You understand? Got her little house, got her little business again. Now she paid. She got a house up in upstate New York. I went to New York for a few minutes while I was out for a year. And I called up. I'm like, it's cold, fucking cold. I'm going to bring you a coat. Why are you always asking for help? I'm in a fucking shelter in New York, in the fucking cold with a jacket. You understand? I'm a teacher, man. If I was Chinese, if I was white, wow, I'd be good right now. Or if I said fuck everybody, and would have went on and taught some white people that all I would need was one of them, one Caucasian with $1 million, I would have been good. But I want to teach, and I still want to teach my people, because what I had to realize was that even though they're blood, because, when I was young, I figured that everybody, because they're blood, they should be like me, right? Well, that's not the way it worked. Everybody is under the same bullshit. Black people. And something I just found out, man, I looked at the history of where black culture and black heritage and all that garbage come from. I always knew about the slave mentality, but I never thought about this whole black culture. It comes from redneck culture. I looked at this video, and the language we speak, the way we treat each other, all that comes from redneck. Redneck, and what's the other one we call them? Well, anyway, both words come from England. It's not even American words like we think, oh, you redneck. No, it comes out from them. And we were slaves under these niggas that came from England, and we took on their way of life. That's where we at. So it took me a long time as a teacher to realize my family is caught, even though they good people. Most black people are pretty good. I haven't met evil, and believe me, I know what evil is. Believe me, that's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of us are evil, like cutting people up and eating flesh type evil, and Satan is, I'm evil. You know what I'm saying? We just fucked up. That's why I'm a teacher. And I'm realizing in my old age, that's why I had to shut off everybody. You understand? I keep complaining about being by myself. But if I would have been the regular dude and stayed back and tried to be, the man, I would have been dead. I had 2 operations. You know what I'm saying? All that go together. I had 2 operations before I was even. So if I would have never left and got into all this Tai Chi, and learned how to heal my body, I'm still having problems. Even though I still got problems, especially first being poisoned because back then they gave us the garbage that we ate. There was no food stamps where you go get vegetables and shit. Literally, white bread, white flour, white salt, white sugar, white milk, yellow cheese. The only 2 things that they gave us that had color: yellow cheese, a big 5. They knew what the fuck they was doing. A big 5-pound block of cheese. And the only real food that kept us alive was a can of peanut butter. It was real peanut butter because you see the oil rise to the top. And, we learned to eat that by the spoon. But you know what we used to eat? Fucking white bread we used to put butter on it. Oh, I forgot about the yellow butter. That had color. Put butter on the white bread, sprinkle sugar on it, and that's what we ate. And we had Kool-Aid. You know what the fuck Kool-Aid is? We dipped white bread in Kool-Aid, and that's what we ate. Or syrup. We had some syrup. And we dipped the white bread in the syrup. Drank white milk. But even as a child, I was always but my mother made me eat, being a good mother, and I'm not talking about her no, she just, that's all they knew back then. Eat, because that's all we had. And I look at them in Africa when you see them starving children, and then you got somebody like Bill Gates squeezing out some white shit. You know how simple it is to grow food? No. You rather go to the grocery store because, I have a grocery store on every corner in the city. And you're dying. Going to doctors. Doctors, they have a practice. They don't call themselves healers, do they? They have people that call themselves healers. I don't call myself a healer. I teach self-healing because that's what I had to learn. I had no men or nothing around me. My mother, my grandmother, my sister, nothing but girls on my block where I grew up. My father came around, picked me up, played with me, drove me around a little bit. He taught me not to shave backwards. He taught me, well, I was the last one to stay with him in business, so he taught me how not to do business because he fucked everybody over. That was my upbringing. And I still made it through the Marine Corps. 116 pounds I started out. And I came out 145 pounds. I built myself up. I came out, nobody appreciated me. I'm like, fuck it, I came out here to California. I work for the beast. I'm like, are people here when I'm saying I go back home and tell them I've worked? I went back with silk ties. I had suits and shit from Beverly Hills and leather briefcase. I got pictures. You understand? I don't talk. I got pictures. I'm back with my tie and suit, beautiful teeth. You know, on the bed with my father and brothers, and I'm like, yo, I got the plan. I got the plan. I got the plan from the man. No support. None. Zip. Zero. Nada. I'm like, I know how to make money. No, I'm like literally serious. We can make our own money. You can't counterfeit their money. So I'm like, okay. Still to this day, I'm pretty much by myself. And as in my older age, I'm starting to realize, well, that's just my... Because I'm starting to find out all kinds of things that I'm not even supposed to be touching a lot of... Touching. I'm not even supposed to be touching a lot of people. There's a whole lot to this spirituality shit. Like people who touch people, you know, to heal them and all that dumb shit. And then they end up all fucked up like a psychiatrist. How they end up crazy? Doctors. Do you know the average age of a doctor is 56? No, you don't. Oh, most of you don't. You understand? Like, once you learn all this stuff, you cannot unlearn it. Like, oh, when we walk on concrete, it absorbs our energy. Oh, why should we leave the cities? Let me see. Air pollution, water pollution, walking on concrete kills you because we're not walking on the earth. What else? They trying to block out the sun. Do you realize this shit is for real? This shit is for real. Oh, God, let's not even talk about AI and robots taking over every goddamn thing and kids. I apologize. I don't call children kids. That's the Caucasian. Because a kid is a goat. We have children. Goats have fur. We have hair. But anyway, the youngins is walking around like this all day. Walking in the shit. Hey, Joe! What? Call me. Alright. Hey, where you at? I'm right next to you. Dumb shit, dumb shit. Dumb shit. What? Where are we going with this? Elon Musk putting implants in motherfuckers' brains. So it's too expensive for black people to afford right now. But guess what? What happens with all technology? After all the rich people done spent millions on it, and they done tried it out on a few motherfuckers, it's gonna be in Walmart and shit. And any stupid black person, oh, I want a chip in my brain so I can control my computer from over here. Computer. Wait a minute. You black people go to church and talk about a chip in your hand, but you're ready to put a chip in your brain. You know they gotta put like a web through the arteries. Oh God. Oh my God. I don't know who God you're following, but, and I'm saying God because that's what y'all say. My Most High Being said, come out of her, my people, that you not partake of her sins. cinema. I say that because I know what I'm talking about. Visuals, when you go to these movies, blah, 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 blah. Cinema, that you not partake of her, the bitch, the beast that you're living in. It's not just in England, all that dumb shit. When the city is killing everybody, not just black people, but I'm only concerned about my people. But it's killing us, like physically killing you. Bad foods, the air, like I just said, the concrete, cars moving through the air create positive, it sounds good, positive ions. Well, trees and shit create negative ions. You know, once you study this stuff, you can't unlearn it. I know what's killing us. I don't want no followers. I'm telling you, your melanin, I'm telling you science and shit. Let's get the fuck up out of these cities. So, you know, May 19th, today is the 19th of March, 2023. I'm putting this on video. I'll be making these long videos. I'll be like, I'm going to make a 12-minute video to get into the algorithm of YouTube. You know how much information, that's why I got this cap on trying to hold all this information. Okay, today is the 19th of March, 2022. On the 19th of May, which is on a Friday, which is Brother Malik El Shabazz. He named his name El. Look at these Arabs, they say Al, A-L. Malcolm X went and got the name L for a purpose. Anyway, that's his birthday, Friday, May 19th. I'm having the grand opening of Mel Olan, Wakanda of the West. When I say that, the African come out. But anyway, so look at my video. I'll post the link below. Let me not forget. Hit like, subscribe, because I'm getting ready to start putting some shit out. Next level, black people. I'm a king. I'm a queen. I'm a god. When in America, alright? Talk, and even being the CEO of the Caucasians business does not make you a king, a queen, or definitely not a god. Nigga. Still nigga. Jay-Z, best record he ever made in life. I'm out. Peace.